Hey everybody, Jessica here from doitbetteryourself.club, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to test the different qualities of knit fabric. So if you go to the fabric shop and you're new to sewing knits, you might not know how to really test the different qualities of your fabric that you need to know in order to pair a good fabric with a good pattern. So the first quality is stretch. This is super easy. You just need to grab your fabric and stretch it. So what you're looking for is two-way or four-way stretch. So you can see my selvage right here, which means my grain line is going this way. If I have a four-way stretch fabric, it's going to stretch both perpendicular to that grain line, which is typical of knit fabrics, and it's also going to stretch with the grain line. So as you can see, this particular knit fabric has a four-way stretch. If you go to the blog post, you'll see a chart to test the certain percentage of stretch on your fabric. The next quality to consider is recovery. So this refers to whether your fabric bounces back really nicely after it's been stretched. Recovery is super easy to test. All you want to do is grab your fabric and stretch it out and see if it's going to go back to the original shape that it was before you stretched it. If you're getting any sort of waves or puckering where you're holding the fabric, or if it's not really bouncing back to where it was before, then you know that you don't have an absolute recovery to your fabric, and you just want to be more careful with the kinds of patterns that you use it for. The last two qualities are drape and structure, which are really, they're so related that I can explain them at the same time. Basically, drape and structure are opposites of one another. So when I say they're opposites, it's because drape kind of refers to how it cascades over your body, whether it's flowing off of your body and whether it's flowing around your body. And structure means that the fabric is going to keep a structure to your body, which obviously you couldn't do if the fabric had a lot of drape to it. So I like to test my drape in two ways. If you're at the fabric shop and you just see it hanging off the bolt, you can kind of tell by kind of swaying the fabric around whether it's going to want to naturally flow or whether it's going to try to stay stiff to itself. So that's one way I like to do it. My favorite way is to just grab the fabric and literally drape it over myself. When you have it over yourself like this, like a cardigan, you just want to pay attention to whether it's going to really fall over your torso. And especially right here, you'll notice if it's kind of stiff and kind of creating a shape of its own, or whether it's falling over the bust and the torso really smoothly. So obviously the more drape, the more flow, makes it more comfortable. But structure is really important too, because with certain garments, you just want to maintain a certain shape, and you can't do that if there's not enough structure to your fabric. So this has been my quick and dirty tutorial on how to test the different qualities of your knit fabrics. If you're new to sewing with knits, please check out my beginner's guide to sewing knit apparel over at the blog. Go to doitbetteryourself.club and click on the sewing tab. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.